Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Tam's story. We're going to pick up right where we left off, as Tam, you guys, and you and your crew have been following the glideway and the road all the way north. It's been a couple hours hike. You see Checkpoint Belga ahead of you. Now, Checkpoint Belga looks like a retrofitted horse exchange. You see there's like a large stable. The glideway runs right next to it. But the stable itself has solid walls, but there's lots of these really big, like, double doors that horses and other large cargo could easily be pulled through. And you see there are a number of guards standing outside, and they look extremely bored.
Okay, good. Guards are good.
You also see...
Can we, like, confer a little bit before we get into, like, sight?
Oh, yeah, we're doing all this on your pace, but I just wanted to explain. Outside the glideway, you see there's a small, like, it's not forest. There's just trees that are sparsely planted and grown all around the area. And you do spot there are a couple of guards in ranging uniforms. They're just out in lighter armor, but still bear the insignia of basically the Aurelian National Guard, which is neither the Gold's Watch nor the City Guard as far as you know. It seems to be just, it's almost like the State Patrol.
The National Guard is also not the same people that were ambushing us, right?
No, that was the Army.
That was the Army. Okay.
There's lots of factions here.
Still Aurelian soldiers, but not.
Yeah, they're Aurelian soldiers, but they're not like the ones that are going to war. They're the ones that are basically responsible for this area.
National Patrol.
Exactly.
Do I have any sense of like what they are patrolling for? Like,
they're not patrolling, but you can roll an insight check to see what they're doing.
It's just good to have guards. That's a natural 20. 25.
You get a very good idea what they're doing. Two of them are standing near what looks like a large pile of lumber, and they have a two-man saw that they are cutting wood into quarters. One of them is... They look like they're investigating or they're marking trees. They look like they're doing something. Perhaps surveying or perhaps trying to grid out a planting pattern. It looks like they are restoring the area that the glideway passed through, or they're restoring the area that old horse trails passed through.
They're forestry people. That's cool. They're renewing the environment. Okay, that's neat. Tam likes that. But they don't. They're not. They don't look like they're like scanning for threats. They seem like they're taking care of the glideway.
These rangers look like they're doing like forestry service. They're not. They're armed, but they're not, like, on guard for people.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. How many guards at the checkpoint?
There are two that are standing outside the doors.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see more than that. There probably are more inside.
Okay, cool. And do I know anything about, like, what the checkpoint itself is for? Is it like a stop on the glideway? Is it like a, like this is where people enter and exit?
Roll a history check.
Okay. I somehow have +7 to history now, which is wild. 22.
Okay. This glideway checkpoint, and most of them really, are not actually locations for passengers to load or offload. They are locations where if a glide tram has an issue, they get to a checkpoint and they're dealt with. Also, if lots of freight is being moved, the glideway checkpoints are a way to deal with loss or damage and also to keep track of what's going where. You know that there's a checkpoint after each and every transition, where there's like a glideway that joins or separates from the main glideway. There's a checkpoint after it.
Okay, and this is also is this also the place where they sent us here, presumably because this is where the bill of lading would have come from.
This is where an inspection would have happened.
This is where an inspection would happen. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I'm going to turn to my team.
Sure.
And I'm gonna say, okay, well, there are guards. Obviously, best case, we want to talk as usual. We want to talk this out. We don't want to hurt anybody, but we are a group of mercenaries, and they're going to be suspicious of us. So first things first. If for some reason there is a fight, which I really hope there's not, definitely no one kill anybody. Um, and he looks kind of a little like at Sagona. I'm like, no magic if you can help it. Like no like spirit guardian. Like try non-lethal, please. I'm so sorry.
I have a
I know I keep
question
doing this
before
to
we
you.
get into that then.
Yes.
What exactly are we hoping to gain here?
I really hope that there's not a fight. I just wanted to be prepared. My thought is we want to try to find this tin maker guy.
Hi.
And
Okay. And what are we doing with him?
primarily, I think we should see if he's been charmed. I want to see if he knows what he's done. Skalna, you're the best at looking for stuff and, noticing, like getting stuff off of people. So if you get a vibe from him that, like, I want to see, like, is he wearing, if we think he has been bribed, is there a way that we can try to prove that with the amount of money that he has? I want to see if we can maybe talk to people to get a sense of what his circumstances might have been before and what they are after, and if there's been any changes. I don't know. But my thought is we're mercenaries. They're not going to trust us. But if we say that we're here on kind of a similar errand, if we say, for example, like, hey, we've been hired to track down this package full of sensitive material, can we see what can we see what was on train 313? We know that it came through there, but the package seems to be missing. Can we talk to the person
Well,
that would have done the inspection?
we know 131 had the Riverine on it. Aye, we know that.
We know
So
that.
if we bring up that train and they are, well, let's say they weren't mind controlled. What if they were intimidated? Or what if they're in on the take? If that's the case, bringing it up will make them even more nervous, wouldn't it?
We'll make them even more nervous, and maybe then there's a fight. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know a way into this conversation that doesn't involve that will get us to be able to talk to this person where they will still let us in the door, because we're a mercenary company. They're gonna think that we were hired by somebody, unless anybody else has a better idea.
It is a checkpoint. It's likely they'll just
Yes.
let us in.
You think?
Hiram looks over the hill, and the doors to the checkpoint are wide open. I imagine they handle problems with trade often.
Okay. Okay.
I could be wrong.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I'm just not sure what other problem we could pretend that there is that they would trust us on, that would also allow us to talk to this guy.
Something missing that's supposed to be there.
On the train?
Legally. Aye, what if
Like
our
somebody
plow
didn't-
wasn't there or something?
Somebody didn't get their farming equipment or something?
Well, I mean, do any of you know, any of the prominent farms outside of Algar City?
Other than Severett?
Yeah, I think that's a bad one to mention.
Yeah, that's maybe not a good one to mention. Can I roll like a history or?
Go ahead.
Okay. Ooh, that's natural 17. 24.
24.
Did we go through any of them on our way here? Because we were going through farmland?
Yeah, but I mean, they don't really have their name plastered on the pastures. I will say with a 24, you do remember a couple other farm names. One of them is Hackett, and the other one that looked like it was closer to the water was Richberry.
Heck it. Is there, if it was closer to the water, is it possible that there's like a water wheel or something like that that could have been?
Sure.
All right.
That's possible.
And that would be a big piece of equipment.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that would need to be transported by a glideway.
Okay. Okay. But they know that the other question though, if they know that maybe they know that it wasn't farming equipment.
Sagona shrugs.
But I guess we'll find out either way. I guess on the 24, I don't know who. I guess it's just Richberry Farms, right? Like I don't know like a name or anything.
No, you didn't meet anybody there. You just remember seeing or hearing about that farm. Like,
great.
You didn't actually investigate the farm at all.
Yeah, we're just going from memory.
You do imagine with a name like Richberry, they probably banked on that, and it's likely a berry farm.
It's likely a berry farm. Yep. Okay, so the other thing here is that Kaisa advised us to maybe like try to figure out if there had been any charming happening. I can detect magic. I mean, they'll probably know that I'm doing it, is the problem. What I could do is I could detect magic and hold the spell, and then I have 10 minutes. So I'm not casting anything in front of people.
That might be wise. Just do it right out of sight.
The other thing that I could do is I could also detect thoughts, but I'm a little afraid. I don't know how much that would give us right away. It would be, Sagona, I don't know if you have it today, but if you could, I can't like enhance my charisma and also detect magic at the same time, but if you can, that would be helpful.
Sagona seems surprised that you've asked, and she considers. I don't think she's ever taken enhance ability.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, she did not prepare enhance ability, unfortunately.
I have it, so yeah, it's okay. I have it, so it makes sense that she wouldn't. That's okay. That's okay.
Sorry, it's just never really had the call.
That's okay. I have it, so you don't need to. I'm pretty convincing.
I have to spell magic.
That's useful. That will be definitely very useful. The question, do we want to try to talk to him, like, I don't know how easy it's going to be to talk to him outside or away from other people.
Well, the instant we try and separate him from anybody else will probably seem a little questionable.
A little suspicious, yeah. But I also don't want to, like, be throwing spells around, you know?
No, that's generally a bad idea.
If we can help it.
If they start to try something, I can try to stun them. That's Wash.
That would be good. Hey, that would be great, Wash. I would really appreciate that. And you and Sagona both really insightful. See what you can do to look for them lying or not.
Okay.
Through the situation. I know that it's hard with the language barrier. But you really know body language. I know. See if you can get anything about that. And Skulna, be sneaky. Do what you do. See if you can find anything on the desk or like other bills of lading, anything that might be useful to us.
She blinks.
Can I tell if that's neutral or?
That's generally like, that's her way of saying I know.
Okay. Okay.
Like she's waiting for you to tell her something new.
Okay. Okay. And Hiram, it was a good idea. This is a good idea to thank you for putting me in a different direction. I know that it must be frustrating for you to not kind of know exactly what to contribute right now outside of a fight, but you're going to be so useful in a fight if we get there.
I'm getting paid to be here. I don't have to crush people to feel satisfied.
Okay, I know. I just understand that this is weird.
I don't need the workout. I did my calisthenics this morning.
Okay, great. Okay. Uh, Skolna, good luck. Actually, good luck. Honeybee, Bardic Inspiration. He kind of sings it a little bit.
Roll me an insight check.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's called her that before,
Yeah,
and
go ahead and roll an insight check.
yeah. 12. It's almost a 15.
Skolna did not like that.
Okay.
But she does turn to go vanish.
Sam will stop. She seemed to tolerate it before.
Well, apparently, the second time did not go over well.
She's done tolerating it. Maybe she was tolerating it. He had whilst he gave her honey treats. Not so much now. Okay, she has a D8 for
Noted.
whenever she needs it.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh.
I have dice to roll now that you've done a thing. Okay.
That's terrifying.
Hold on. Okay. From your perceptions, Skolna seems to...
Many dice, Echo.
I know.
What is happening?
Skolna seems to separate away from your group, and you lose complete track of her. In fact, Wash, who you see is like looking around you, blinks, and then seems to just kind of lean back and fold her arms.
She's like that. I don't know. She's magic. I don't know. I don't know. She's magic.
I was looking right at her.
Yep. I do that too. I cannot ever find her. I just assume she's always around because otherwise I would go crazy. Okay.
It is not just that I cannot see her, I cannot hear her either. It is unsettling.
Yes. She worked really hard at
it. That is a concept that Wash does seem to understand. She seems satisfied. Okay, so you and your 3 crew remaining, how do you approach?
I think we just walk right up. I think the door is open.
Yep.
And we walk right
up. So the way the road is shaped,
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, one more thing. I am gonna have Keen fly. I think he already is. I think we maybe did this. He's flying around.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of just give us kind of an aerial view, and I think that he will communicate to Keen, like, if it seems like those people outside are like waiting to sort of like ambush or strike, please let me know.
You hear, I will pay attention.
Thank you, Keen.
They are boring so far.
We love boring. Boring is what we want for right now. Okay. In we go to the checkpoint. Although Tam will cast Detect Magic and be holding.
Okay. As you approach...
Casting at level 3 also.
Level 3. All right, so you've upcasted a bit. Let's see. Wash is next to you. Skolna is over here. Hold on. I'm going to give you a live map here. Not for a combat purpose, but just so you can see.
I can see what's good. Love that.
Yes. Hold on, I do have to correct these tokens because somehow they got undone, which is really quite convenient. All right. This is where you start. As you're following the road up towards the glideway, you can see ahead of you there are a pair of guards next to open doors. Let me go ahead and... This is the wrong music for the checkpoint. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, apologies. A moment.
You're all good.
Okay. It is as I've described. You see this enormous building that used to be a stable that looks like it has been changed into what it is now. How do you approach?
I'm gonna go straight up.
Okay. The guards
Real
see
good.
that you approach, and they kind of go from their bored, waiting for something to happen stature to actually paying attention. You also immediately see a couple things before you go any farther. One, this checkpoint looks like it doesn't see people often.
Okay.
You actually see, like, it looks like they live here. There's, like, laundry hanging up inside the large building that is the checkpoint. You see there's, like, food set out on tables that looks like it's half-eaten, like they're going to come back to it later. You get the impression that the people who are assigned to this checkpoint, they spend a lot of time here. Like,
Pretty boring.
they likely do this in shifts of months at a time. The guards...
Wow,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
this is a cozy place you have here.
The guard on the left side, who is like... I really need to express they look really bored. He, like, stands up off the stool he's got, and he looks at you and he says, "Oh, yeah, it's great. Do you need something?"
Yeah, I'm here. We're just doing a job. We're trying to track down an item.
Okay. You can check holdings and lost cargo in the back of the building if you need.
Sure. Yeah. Is it if it's something that's from a train, is there like an inspector or something we can talk to? It's like a missing item.
If it's not in cargo or holdings, I don't think we'd have it. But you can talk to... Do you think Inspector's back? And the other guard looks at him and just kind of shrugs. He might be at the desk. Take a left once you head in.
Sure. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. You sound bored.
He just blinks. Hey, sorry.
I could play you a song later if you want, if that would be entertaining.
Sure. I mean,
You
do you know Seaworthy Maiden?
Do I know Seaworthy Maiden? Tam will launch into it. Tam in canon in this universe has spent so much time busking explicitly in like
Yeah,
a
it's
sailor
true.
bar.
Yeah. You probably know all of them, so...
I know everything. Yeah, I'll whip out my fiddle. I'm gonna whip and entertain these guards.
Roll performance.
I'm gonna do it with advantage because I'm.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll performance.
That's a natural 20, 31.
It is an amazing performance. You hear, like, the ranging guards out behind you, like, stop what they're doing. And they weren't really doing much. They were very lackadaisical about what they were doing. But they stop and are listening, and the two guards out of the doors, like, they sit back down on their chairs, and they're just kind of tapping their feet. They seem extremely amused. And when the song ends, they both kind of go, "Oh. You know what you're doing, I'll say that."
Thanks. I train real hard. Bard. I like it. It's my favorite thing. Praise be to the fiddler.
Sure. And he just ping. He tings a silver to you.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah.
That's the name of the trade, isn't it?
Sure is. My hope is this will be a real quick job. So maybe if you got a little bit of time left over, I can give you some.
Oh, sure. We'll be here.
Yeah. My name's Temerity, by the way. What's your name?
He blinks for a moment as he seems surprised. Bellis.
Bellis. Nice to meet you, Bellis.
You too, Temerity.
All right. Having made that first impression.
Okay, your crew follows you. And you see this is a large room that's full of like half walls that you can see there are horses in. The map is accurate. You can see all these, like they look like they're still kind of used as stables, and you can see that there are like bedrolls set up in one of the side rooms. The only room that actually looks like it has any real privacy is behind you. You see there's like a wall that divides the building into two, and you imagine that's where holdings might be.
The holdings, okay, got it. But not like the bedrooms or anything.
No, nothing like that. There's no bedrooms at all. You can see there are bedrolls that are rolled up and kind of tucked against the wall, and these guards that look like they're on break are just kind of looking at you.
Hey, is cargo and holdings? Is that's the other way? We're looking for a lost item.
The two guards like look at each other, and the one closest to you just nods.
Cool.
So.
All right, I will look over here. I am gonna look down this way. It seems like there's a dude.
Yeah, there is an officiant, an individual who looks much more like not armored, who is seated at like this desk and has lots of paperwork out in front of him, and he's asleep.
Oh, he's asleep. Interesting. Okay. I also have detect magic up. Is there anything that's pinging
Nothing.
me at all?
It is dead in here. There's no magic at all, aside from your crew and what you're wearing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a lie. There is on this wall here, on a hook it's like an iron rod that's about 14 inches long, and it glows with magic.
Oh, do I have any idea of the type?
It is conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic. Do I have any sense of what it might do?
Based on the shape of the rod and the fact that it is hanging in a stable, you imagine it's an immovable rod.
I suspected that might be the case. Okay. I would like to. Can I actually kind of like send? Can I kind of bring Wash? Can I like kind of whisper to Wash, sort of send Wash up here to sort of like check out this efficient guy that's asleep and maybe like look at the papers on his desk while she does it, kind of like sneakily so he doesn't wake up.
Roll stealth.
Okay. For me.
Yeah, you're conveying an order quietly.
23.
Wash nods and begins to make her way, trying to look cash as she kind of goes and looks around. As you head towards the cargo, you hear, I'm sorry, do you want me to wake him up? And then you hear Wash say,
Oh. Amazing.
I'm sorry, right. As you were.
Incredible.
Do you not speak common? Like, Wash is clearly leaning into.
Amazing. Phenomenal.
And then just Wash continues as the guard looks a little dismayed.
We're just gonna continue. We're just gonna pretend that Tam like understood that that's what was gonna happen because that's amazing.
Okay.
Smart Temerity knew that would happen. Dumb Emily.
Okay. You see ahead of you there are doors that are marked cargo holdings and lost equipment.
Fantastic. We will go in there.
Okay. The door's not locked. You can just open it.
Oh, fantastic. It's not. It's saying it's a wall. Can I click it? Oh, I can click it.
Ironically, this room
All right.
looks like more stable. You do see there are lots of shelves on the back wall and the wall right next to you, along with these large crates that are full of small objects. There is no way there's a water wheel in here, but that's, you knew that. You're not actually looking for a water wheel.
There's not actually. That's not actually. Yep.
The horses kind of look at you with a little slightly confused look. You do see right next to you is a small, like, alcove built into the wall that actually has walls that reach all the way to the ceiling. It's like the first one you found that does that.
Got it. Does it look like there's anything here? Is there anything magical here either, or
Nothing.
okay?
There's not even a immovable rod in here. This is as mundane as can be.
There's definitely not a water wheel. Is there anything of interest? Is there anything like that would look weird?
That's gonna take an investigation.
Sure. Rolling so well for right now. 21.
Okay, hold on. With a 21, you are looking around the room. You're looking around the crates, around there's an enormous pile of hay that looks like it's just spare. But it also looks like with a 21, you notice part of the hay is much older than another part of it. It looks like a bit of this hay has been moved recently.
Fascinating. Can I check that out? Does it look like it's hiding?
Yeah, as you go and you look around that part of the hay, which is up against the wall, you get in and you start really digging into the hay, and you see that there is a section of the dirt that looks like it was under the hay has been buried, but it's like loose soil.
Does it seem like there's maybe like a trap door or something under there?
No, it doesn't look that big. It just looks like something small was buried underneath the hay here.
A needle in the haystack. Does my detect magic ping anything? Is it magical?
It's not magical.
Okay, can I keep looking for it?
Yeah, you can try and unearth what you found.
Sure. I'll have Sagona and Hiram watch the look like they're looking for stuff.
Sure, they kind of split up and investigate other areas.
Which is sort of but they're also sort of like keeping an eye on the kind of checking us out.
Okay. Sagona looks in the store. Found the bathroom.
Just what we're looking for.
All right. So to unearth this, it's going to be a dexterity check. You're going to need to use like a tool, like a dagger, or you don't have a shovel.
I don't think I have a shovel.
If you did, it would reduce the DC very, very much so.
Very much. Let's see. I have an iron key. I have a small. I have some incense. Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, well, it's in my backpack. Yeah, nothing that will be useful to me, but I will use a dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got. I will use a dagger. Dexterity save, a dexterity check.
This is a check.
A check. Is it just straight dex?
Yes. You're not proficient in this. You're not using for what it's for.
Sure. Oh, that was almost a 16. 12.
Hang on a moment. Okay. With a 12, it's slow going. There's not really any progress. It feels like the soil likely has it's actually clay, and the dagger, you're just kind of like scraping on it, but you do make a little progress. It's just going to take more time. As that is happening, you do hear footsteps as a guard is approaching to investigate what's going on.
I will stop what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's like a crate right next to it. Go ahead and roll me a deception check, or a stealth check, or a performance check, whichever method you'd like to use.
Performance, absolutely performance.
So for this, you're like making it look like you're looking through the crate instead of digging in the hay. 30. Okay, the guard like just kind of peers in the door. Any look?
No, I mean, I feel like it's unlikely that we're gonna find them.
All right, well, let me know if you need any.
I mean, I think it might be useful to talk to the inspector. If the inspector, do you know if the?
I'll see if he's in.
Okay.
And he turns and leaves. As he does leave, what do? You go back to digging?
I'm gonna actually ask Hiram. Put Hiram on digging.
Okay, he comes over.
I'm going. This is not a concentration spell. I'm really hoping I talk to the inspector. I am gonna try to have a quick conversation.
You're cutting out.
I'm gonna try to have a quick conversation with this horse.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna not cast it ritually. I'm gonna speak with him.
Okay, you're cutting out pretty bad.
Oh no! Okay, hang on. I don't know what to do. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm going to burn a first level spell slot to cast Speak with Animals to talk to this horse. Is there one other question I wanted to ask? Is there anything like these horses seem like these people's horses? Yes.
Yeah.
They're not fancy. There's nothing like.
They're just simple riding horses. They're really not.
They're just riding horses.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have any sense? Like, they're not like right.
They're not what?
They're not like owned horses. I'm trying to figure out like, is this tin maker guy, would any of these be his special horse? I was trying to figure out if I could.
None of them look particularly like adorned or bannered. All of them look pretty plain. Some of them are wearing their saddles, some of them are not. The saddles that you see on the hooks and also on some of the horses are very simple. Okay. If these are owned horses, they did not spend much money. They might be property of the city.
They might be property of the city. Okay, I was hoping to maybe find this dude's horse. But alas, probably not. Okay, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to not cast Speak with Animals, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Check magic. I liked the idea very much. See if I go back to it. It's a very difficult thing to do.
Sure. Hiram. Okay. Hiram gets down in the dirt. Hiram does have a shovel.
Amazing.
And he digs in quickly. He unearths a small wooden, like, it looks like it once was maybe like a milk crate.
Okay.
And he just sets it in the dirt next to the hay, and he catches your eye.
What do you think about that? Why would that be in there?
He shrugs.
Can I look up? Is there anything you would stand on a milk crate for?
I'm sorry. The milk crate, like, it has a top, like there's something in it, clearly. The rafters and roof in this building are very high. One might use a stool, milk crate, or step ladder to get up to the rafters. But the milk crate has a sealed lid. It looks like there's something in it.
Is it something that I could like? Is my detect magic pinging now?
No,
Okay.
there is no magic
Uh,
here.
is it something that we could? Is it something that we could open? We would have to force it open.
You'd have to force it. It looks like it was nailed shut to protect it from water or dirt.
Oh. Okay.
As you're like mulling over what to do with this, Hiram like puts the blade of the shovel against the lid of the crate,
All right.
and you
Cool.
just hear as he
We're gonna-
breaks it open.
Okay. What's in there?
There is a small leather pouch and a handful of neatly folded little fancy style parchments. Lots of little papers that look like they were really high quality stationery.
That's good news. What do they say?
What language do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Infernal, Primordial, and Celestial.
In Elvish, it says debts are in there's a bunch of notes, I should say. The first one, you pull it out and you look at it. Debts are like shadows. They cling to you no matter how fast you run. I do hope you'll remember that when our next arrangement arrives. Wouldn't want to interest to pile up, now would we, SB?
Okay. Does it seem like these are these to anybody?
They're not
Seem
like
like
they're not labeled to anybody, but it's clear that
seem like-
whoever they're written to is targeting someone.
Is targeting someone. It seems like this is maybe someone blackmailing Tinwater.
It sounds like it.
What's in the pouch? Is it gold?
You look in the pouch.
Yep.
So there is gold coins, but they are not marked the way gold coins are typically marked. Roll me a history check.
Okay.
SB.
SB. Okay. 10.
10. You just saw it pretty recently, so you could place it even with a 10. The markings on these gold coins, they remind you and probably do match the markings on the Riverine coin. Maybe these were a prototype?
Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm wondering if we don't even need to talk to this guy. Seems like maybe not. This is pretty good proof. Tam grins.
There is no mention of Tin Maker, by the way.
No mention of Tin Maker. Yeah, we're gonna
Nothing.
talk to him.
There's more notes in the box.
Seems like really good circumstance. Okay. I'm gonna have Hiram. You keep this. Actually, Hiram and Sagona, let's just in case. Here I am thinking about what we learned in the fall festival. So I'm gonna have the two of them kind of divide stuff up, and I'll take one of the notes and one of the coins too.
Okay, there are 6 notes in the box. How do you split them up?
2 for each of us.
Okay.
And at least one coin for each of us, and the rest of it on.
As you are doing this, as Hiram is getting this together, you hear Wash cough, and you turn to look, and you see Wash is following as a guard and the individual who was at the counter are making their way towards you in holdings.
Great. I will come on out.
Okay. They're coming to you, so they meet you kind of at the door, and the officiant says, I was told you needed help finding something that was lost.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually going to be here. We were hired to find
You cut out completely.
We were hired to find a piece of farm equipment.
A lot of that comes through here. What was it? Do you remember when it was supposed to arrive? How long ago the shipment order was placed?
midshipman. Do I remember like what I remember? I can't remember exactly how long, but I train 131 or
Mm,
what is it? 131.
that was the number, yeah.
That was the number.
Right. Okay. Let me go see when that was supposed to pass through. And he looks at the other guard and nods, and then he
Insight
turns
check.
to leave.
This
Yeah, go ahead.
does it seem like this is fishy or suspicious? 19, natural 19, 24.
He's suspicious of you.
Okay.
You don't know what that nod to the guard meant. But that guard just kind of stands there looking a little awkward, and he leans up against the wall as the officiant has turned and left. Wash, like, looks back towards him, and then goes in and steps up next to you. You speak Primordial, right? You've talked to Wash in Aquan. So
all the time.
in Aquan, Wash looks at you, and she says, "There's a lot of strange documents on his desk. Mentions of a Braddock are expected to arrive soon. Also, I don't think they're quite as aloof as they seem."
Okay. All right. Thanks, Wash.
There is, you can see, like, through the doors, he's going back to his desk. As that's happening, hold on, let me, SB, yeah. Why did that just happen? Okay.
Anything on the inspector? Nothing seems to be coming from him.
No magic. None.
Oh, but that guy was that guy the inspector?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
That's who the guard
No.
got when you asked for the inspector.
Gotcha. No magic from him.
You hear a knock on the door next to Sagona.
Okay.
And as soon as you hear that knock, the guard, like, next to you, who you are looking at, he just nods. And he turns around and he closes these doors.
Okay. Does this seem like an initiative situation to alert Tam or not?
With your high insight, his shoulders are tense. He looks like he's just received information that he didn't particularly like.
Okay.
Yeah, you think you're probably gonna have to roll initiative shortly.
Hey, easy.
As
fight me?
As he's closed the doors, he turns around and he looks at you and he says, "No,
I don't think you have to.
you're wrong."
No. I think your boss is wrong, and I think you know that.
Yeah, you might be right, but they've got family. My family. And I'd rather keep them alive than you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. Just make it quick. And we're rolling initiative. Let me go ahead and... As that happens, when he says, "I'd rather keep them alive than you," you hear Hiram behind you say, "Okay. You did mention..."
I did. Don't hurt him. 20 on initiative.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let me go ahead and... Wash is going first. Perhaps the most keyed in based on what she saw, Wash sees the guard has, like, turned on you. And she's going to run up. She can't get on the other side of him. This half wall is preventing movement there. But she does raise her hands and her quarterstaff. And she says in common, "Do not worry, not killing." She's going to swing her quarterstaff. The guard looks a little surprised that she spoke common to him, despite it being a little broken. That hits. Okay, the first strike. The quarterstaff just baps him in the face. Hold on. Then she's going to apply a stunning strike, but he succeeds. She will strike again. Miss. Flurry of blows. That's a hit.
Does he seem like he has like a ton of HP? Like, what is he?
They're pretty well armored. He seems pretty durable. It's clear he knows how to handle himself. He looks like a trained soldier. He doesn't look like as durable. He doesn't look as hardy as like a barbarian student, but he looks reasonable. He takes the blow well. I'll say that.
Gotcha.
Okay, then he gets hit again for 6 bludgeoning. Wash will... she's already spent 2 key points this turn. She'll save it. Revealing herself... Not Skolna. A shady-looking combatant appears. And Tam... She's going to throw a pair of daggers at you.
With disadvantage, because I have my cloak of displacement.
Thank you. Okay, so it doesn't get sneak attack. Does a... No, a 10 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay, she will try again. Second dagger.
Still with disadvantage.
Yep.
Because I haven't been hit.
15 to hit.
15 doesn't hit me.
Say again?
15 doesn't hit.
Does not
DC
hit.
16.
Okay. The Cloak of Displacement has saved you from daggers. Seeing that fail, this guardsman pins herself against this wall, preparing something else. It's now Hiram's turn. Well, boring is good.
Angry? This makes me angry too.
I'm always angry. He raises his longsword, unbuckling the shield from his back, and he's going to rage.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up real close with the sneaky one who just took cover by this half wall. He doesn't say anything because that's not really his style. First attack. Whoa. This song is very loud all of a sudden. Okay. All right. That hits. Rolling damage. +2. 9. Okay. And then he will swing again. He misses, but he's not going to reckless because he is not that impatient. This soldier moves here, opens this door, runs in. That's his turn. This soldier is off the screen for you, unfortunately, so don't worry about what's happening there. Tam, go ahead.
Tam is going to look at this guard and say, we're here to take your boss down. You could help us.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
Yep.
Or deception.
Persuasion, absolutely persuasion. Terrible though. Would have been a 26. 13.
The guard just looks at you and he says, "Sorry, kid."
Okay. Okay. I'm going to call on Ian to try to get if there are any guards outside.
Keen says in your mind, "There are, but they seem unaware."
Okay, then I don't know if you
Wait,
can
nope.
hear.
There are 2 around the north side of the building. They are looking like they're about to run in.
Fantastic. Thank you. If you could go get them. Don't them to.
Okay. You hear it. He...
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just place this. Keen is now on the battlefield on your initiative.
Do I hear anything? Do I get the sense that this dude is running away?
What do you mean?
That the inspector, because they locked us in here with.
You hear fighting happening right next to you. You can roll perception at disadvantage to try and hear outside the room.
Okay. 2 6s, 11. Tam's pretty focused on fighting.
Yeah, you don't hear anything aside from there are lots of footsteps, but you don't hear anyone running away. You hear them running towards you.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Tam will reluctantly attack with Soul Singer.
Okay.
The natural 16 for a 23. Oh, and max damage, but non-lethal. For all attacks so far, non-lethal. 12 damage.
Understood. 12 damage.
Magical piercing.
Okay. He's still up.
I'm going to bonus action bardically inspire Wash. I'm gonna yell something like a kind of cheer kind of situation, like a cheer in Aquan.
Okay. She gets a bardic
Right.
inspiration.
I know we talked about her being like a sports something, so some sort of like.
She was an athlete, yes.
Yeah, she was an athlete. Yeah. But Tam goes cheerleader for that. And he's not gonna disengage or anything. He can't disengage. He's stuck up there in combat.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
The soldier in front of you, he's going to second wind. Rolling. If I can find my D10. There it is. Okay, he recovers some health. And then he raises his own longsword, and he's going to swing it at you, Tam.
Disadvantage.
Well, that's a miss. Second attack is going to go at Wash. Natural 20.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, well, okay. Can I do anything about that? I can. No, I can't cutting words. Can I?
Nope, you cannot cutting words a crit.
Oh no. No, I can't do anything about that.
Okay.
Can't do anything.
Wash takes 20 points of slashing damage.
Christ, okay.
She looks pretty... She doesn't look that hurt. She looks fine.
Okay.
She has plenty of HP. Next, this soldier is going to slam through the door. He runs in. He sees you three locked in combat. He raises his crossbow. He's going to shoot it at Sagona.
Like, nothing from Skolna yet?
Not yet. Sagona takes 5 points of piercing damage. Rolled terrible. And he shoots again. Same roll. Same. Nope. 1 more damage. 6 points of piercing damage. It's now Sagona's turn. Hold on a minute. Okay. Sagona. She kind of grits her teeth. And she says, as she like claps her hammer into her hand and pulls it apart with lightning between her fingertips and the head of the hammer. He said non-lethal. So go to sleep quickly, won't you? As she casts Call Lightning.
Oh no.
The first Call Lightning is going to come down right on the one who shot her.
Sure.
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does it hit this other one?
No, it's only 5 feet. It's only a 5-foot dirt.
It's only 5 feet.
It's not a big lightning bolt, but it's a powerful one. And she's going to channel Destructive Wrath and deal 30 damage.
Holy shit.
The lightning
Please
just...
don't kill him. Please don't kill him.
He's not dead. He's still up. He's not looking good. Sagona is then going to run forward. Shield and hammer raised. That's her turn. Okay. All right. Appearing next to Hiram, another one of these sneaky swashbuckler guards appears. And it looks like he's looking towards Sagona, but Hiram basically like slams his shield in her face. So instead, she raises her rapier to attack him. And misses. And that's her turn. That's both attacks. The interception works. Now it is this soldier's turn. Okay, he's going to dash. That's where he ends his turn. This guy runs here. Then he will interact. That's his turn. The soldier runs in.
So many of them.
Yep, it's checkpoint. You notice none of the ranging soldiers have appeared.
Amazing. Great. That.
He misses Sagona. He hits you. No, he doesn't. He has disadvantage. I gotta roll again. Hold on. He might hit you. He does hit you. That's a dirty 20.
By how much? It's a 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Cutting? No, I won't cutting words.
Okay.
All of my dudes had 5 temp, by the way, from last.
Yep, I had it. Don't worry.
Cool.
Okay, so you are hit with a crossbow bolt for 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And finally, we're back to the top of the order. It's now Wash's turn. Wash, seeing all these individuals.
Where are you? I think she's not trapped somewhere. Oh my god.
You can't see her at the moment. Don't worry.
But we're at the top of the order and she didn't go.
You don't know
I'm
that.
so worried. No, that's true.
Wash is going to continue her focus on this one in front of her.
Good.
That misses. She swings again. That
She's
hits.
bardic.
It was a terrible. It was a 1. She wasn't going to hit. He cannot hit with a 1.
Got it. Fair.
Second one hits. Rolling. Okay, 4+. Okay, she hits him for 10 damage, and she's going to Stunning Strike again. He makes the save. He fails. He's stunned.
Fantastic.
She's going to Unarmed Strike punch him with advantage. And hit. Okay, that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Now that he's paralyzed, though, Wash looks at you and then gestures to the sneaky types. And she's going to dart over here to try and get some assistance on him. And uses her last unarmed strike with advantage. And hits. Dealing 5 points of bludgeoning damage. She's going to attempt to stun. She's running out of key points. They fail on the save. This one is paralyzed.
Amazing.
All right. This sly guardsman is currently engaged with Hiram, is going to continue that. That hits.
By how much?
It's a natural 19, unfortunately. It's a lot. Halved, so he takes 4 points of piercing damage. And then she will stab again. That's an 18 to hit, which misses? Yes, it does. Oh, but she did hit, so she does get to apply sneak attack. Hold on. Forgot to add it. Okay, that's another 6.
Halved?
That's already halved.
Oh,
Hiram's
yes.
turn.
Attack.
Yep,
He's got a paralyzed one right there.
he does. He's going to deal with that first. Get them off the battlefield. So he will swing with advantage. Hiram, does he crit on a 19? No. But he does certainly hit, so hold on. Okay, that's 6. It's 12 points of slashing damage. And then he swings again. With advantage. Thank God, because that first roll was a 1 and a 14. That hits. Okay, rolling damage. Okay. He can't roll ones. Do it again. He can't roll ones. Do it again. There we go. 16 points of slashing damage. Bonus action, he's going to bash her with his shield. That hits, so that's 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Alright, so now Skolna's turn. As she reveals herself.
Hooray!
For the flavor of this door opens, and you see the inspector who has a spellbook open in his hands. But Skolna literally seems to come out of darkness around a door and stab him. She stabs him with her short sword. That is a 20. It's a natural 19. It totally is. Okay. This plus this. Plus 5, 6, 11, 12, 17, 18 points of piercing damage. And Skolna is going to stay in melee with him. Is going to bonus action interact and try and steal his spellbook.
That's so smart. Oh my god, it's so smart for a rogue. With a wizard, that's amazing.
Okay. She rolled a natural 14. He rolled a 2. So you watch as Skolna stabs him with her offhand. She tips the spellbook up with her left hand just enough that it slides almost out of his hand, and you hear him just go, "No, hey, ah!" And Skolna just grabs it and steps away.
I love it. Oh, that's amazing.
The inspector, upset, is going to turn and try and shock and grasp as a reaction.
This is
And miss.
presumably, yeah. Okay.
So Skolna will spend the rest of her movement and get through into here. She closes the door behind her. This soldier, now right next to Skolna, turns around, sees her appearing. "Hey! Where the nine-nose did you come from?" And he whips around, putting the crossbow away. and is going to swing his long sword at Skolna. He misses. Skolna like ducks underneath the swing. That's wild. And then just parries the second swing with the short sword. Spellbook tucked under her hands as he misses both attacks. The next soldier is going to run up. He's not going to block that, but he will get over here, and he's going to shoot the target he can see clearly, which is Hiram. That hits. Hiram takes 8 points of damage halved, so 4.
Can I dynamic deflect? Is it enough that
I hit his AC directly, so if you deflect it at all, it'll miss.
I will deflect.
Okay, Hiram takes no damage. He attacks again. That's a 25 to hit.
Okay, that goes through.
You did save him 1 hit, so he takes 7 points of piercing from that. Have 2, 3. Tam, it's your turn.
Tam is going to look and go, Tinwater, if you're being blackmailed, we can help. You don't have to do this. That's why we're here. We'll help you.
Roll a persuasion at disadvantage.
18. Wait, no, sorry. I didn't roll. 16.
He looks at you, and he has like a look of almost irritation on his face as he says, "Sorry, but you're certainly not powerful enough to contend with those that are dealing with this shit. You know too much, so go quietly."
The people that hired me are.
I don't think so.
Who do you think I'm working for?
Frankly, I don't care.
Tam wants so badly to not hurt any of these people. Okay. He is going to... Just distracted with a book. They're all clumped up like this. He's going to throw up...
Don't do that.
These three?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I just don't throw up. That's gross.
No, like can I get these 4? I obviously I don't want. Can I get these 4? It's a 30-foot.
What is the
radius.
spell?
Hypnotic pattern.
You would get wash. 100%.
I would get wash. Okay, we don't want to get wash. Yeah, I was worried when she moved over there. Okay, I won't do that. I'm gonna try to. Non-lethally.
I understand everything's non-lethal. I got it. Don't worry.
Sorry. This is Tam making me say this. Tam is.
Be aware, non-lethal does not work if it's a spell.
Yeah, I'm aware. Tam truly does not actually have very many spells that can do damage.
I understand. I'm just saying. 25 certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm rolling really high on this. 11 damage.
Okay. The soldier in front of you is knocked unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to run up here. This one is paralyzed, right?
Correct.
Can I sneak past to give Wash advantage?
You can just run past.
I will run past, and I don't trigger attack of opportunity from this.
You will from this one.
Okay.
There is no way to get through that square.
He already has advantage from. Hiram already has advantage on this. All right, I'm gonna just come up here.
Okay.
Just come up here. But kind of, I'm gonna look into Tinwater's eyes, like pleadingly, like it doesn't have to be like this.
You know too much. Too many loose ends.
good. I'm gonna save my bardics for now, so that's what I got.
Okay. The soldier is unconscious, so he's out of the initiative. Next one. This one that got zapped by Sagona didn't like that. Is going to run up and flank her. Hello, Heimdall. It's going to try and get her to drop concentration on Call Lightning. Misses the first attack. Hits the second attack.
How much can I dynamic deflect?
Yeah, you can if you want. It was a 21 to hit.
21 to hit.
Her AC is a 19.
I'll save it. I'll save it. She can,
Okay.
She's a warcaster. She can take a hit.
He deals 11 points of slashing damage. Her con save at advantage. She succeeds. It's his turn. Sagona. Oh. She is going to use a reaction, getting hit, and demand a dexterity saving throw from him. He rolled an 11, which fails. So he, striking her, takes 2d8 lightning damage.
What? How? How?
It is called Wrath of the Storm. When a creature within 5 feet that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw, or it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
That's badass.
He is electrocuted for 14 lightning damage.
Do you go down?
He does go down.
No. Dead? Or...
Well, he
Is
was
it
downed
down?
by lightning, so Sagona looks over at you, Tam, and she just... Oh... Wake up! She says to the dead guard. She's going to healing word him. He's healed for 4. And then Sagona's going to whip around and just bash him in the head with an advantage to non-lethally knock him out.
You did amazing. Fantastic. I have healer kits too. At the
Just
end.
following orders. Be quiet, you.
Thank you.
She hits with a natural 18
Kind and
plus 6.
wonderful and really cool. Thank you.
He's now unconscious. Okay. He's out of the order. She rolls her shoulders. That's her turn. Because she had to use bonus action healing word to follow orders. It's now this. She's paralyzed. Wash hasn't had the end of her next turn yet, so she's just stunned. The soldier is going to run over here. Cannot quite get flanking on Skolna, but doesn't want her to get away. Is going to swing and hit with a 19.
Nope. Nope, he doesn't.
Okay. You can dynamic deflect how much?
I can dynamic deflect. 3.
Okay, then that does hit. Makes it a 6, or make it miss. Then he'll swing again. Okay, that's a 21 to hit. That certainly hits. Skolna takes 8 points of slashing damage. Chinmaker runs into the room, frowning at his unconscious ally. He raises his hands, and he's going to demand a dexterity saving throw from you, Hiram, and Sagona, as he casts Lightning Bolt.
I should have saved my reaction for counter spell, and I didn't do that. Fine, he only just learned. Dex.
Okay, so that's 68. Hold on. Let's do it like this.
13.
Okay, hold on. Hiram has advantage. Hiram fails.
No.
It's a 2 and a 4. And Sagona. Sagona succeeds. The natural 18. Okay. So 9, 10. 25. 30 points of lightning damage. Halved on a success.
I'm going to burn a precious inspiration.
Roll it again.
I rolled worse.
Okay.
30 points of lightning damage, and he looks real bad.
Okay. Sagona succeeds under concentration check.
Excellent. Good.
Sagona's rolling well. Okay. Hiram doesn't look great, but he's still up. Hold on a minute. And Sagona looks fine. That's his turn. It's now this soldier's turn. He's going to run up, flanking. He sees his ally is unconscious. He's going to swing at Sagona. He hits with a 19 on the die. Dealing 5 points of slashing damage. Sagona must make a concentration check. Advantage. She already succeeded. Not going to bother again. The soldier is going to swing again. And miss. It's now Wash's turn. This individual is no longer stunned.
It's at the end of her turn, I think. She can
It is the end of her turn. I'm just doing that so I don't forget.
Yeah. I gotcha. Just so she still has advantage.
She still has advantage. She's swinging at that one. She wants them out of the fight. Natural 20.
Amazing.
It was the second die, so you can thank the...
The advantage. Yay!
That's 5 plus 5, 10. Plus 8, 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And she's almost out of key points. So she's saving... She's not going to stunning strike. But she will just swing again. That hits with a 23.
How's he looking?
About to fall over. Literally has 7 more points of bludgeoning damage, and this guard falls unconscious. Combatant. And then she's going to dart up here with advantage on flanking, swing at this one. A natural 19. Absolutely hits. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage. That individual, the swashbuckler, whips around as Wash punches her in the back of the head. She doesn't like that, is going to swing at Wash. Miss. Swing again. That's 19 to hit. That hits. Yep. Okay. 1 plus sneak attack. 4 plus... I rolled minimum 6 damage.
Thank goodness.
Awful. All right. Swing again. Nope. Hiram's turn. Hiram sees this one is getting battered, sees the one behind him. What does he do here?
Attack one. Attack the rogue. Attack the rogue.
Okay, he can do that.
Advantage on the rogue. Advantage on
He will swing at the rogue with advantage. I was looking at his features to see if he had a specific thing.
Oh, I see. Like 3 versus...
Okay, that certainly hits. Rolling damage. 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 8. 13 points of slashing damage. He swings again. 21 hits. 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 2 is 14 points of slashing damage. And he will offhand smash with his shield. 25 certainly hits. So that's 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 2 is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
go down?
Barely up. And that's Hiram's turn. It's now Skolna's turn. She finds herself surrounded. She's going to bonus action disengage.
Smart.
She squirrels her way away from them. Runs over. Acrobatically hops over this wall, remaining in threat of that, and runs up behind this one to stab it with advantage, flanking Sigona.
Oh, cool.
That is a dirty 20 to hit. That certainly hits. So rolling it with advantage. Not advantage. Rolling it with sneak attack. +1. 6, 7, 9, 11, 16 points of piercing damage. Okay. Next. This soldier, chases after Skolna, but finds himself next to Wash. He clambers over the half wall. Not nearly as acrobatically.
Not very cool the way that Skolna is.
And rolled a 1 and a 4 on its advantage, so he swings again. That's a 6 and a 10. 10 plus 6, 16 to hit. That misses. Okay, this one surges up, running through the door, getting into melee with you, Tam.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Cloak of Displacement reactivated. That makes it a 15 to hit, which fails, and he tries again. Another 15, and another 9 on the die. So he misses both attacks.
You don't have to do this.
It's your turn, Tim. The soldier that's swinging at you, he doesn't look happy about what he's doing. But he's doing it, apparently. It's your turn, Tim.
Yeah, there it goes. Tam's gonna look at Tinwater, and I'm gonna need a wisdom saving.
Okay. That's a 15.
15 fails.
Okay.
He Dissonant Whispers.
Oh boy.
He takes 14 points of psychic damage, and has to run away from. As Pam kind of like gets into the back of his mind, and I want. What if you're wrong? What if you don't have to do this? You could be hurting all these people for no reason. As his face grows white, his eyes like cloud over, and you just see him like muttering. Roll me a perception check. Okay. Natural 20! 25.
You, over the din of the fight, the slashes and the clash of blades on armor, you hear him mutter, "Not my Marina, not for Marina, no." And he runs.
Okay. Okay. Can I say, we're gonna wait until next turn for that, because I imagine that was everything.
Yeah, you have a bonus action if you like.
I have a bonus action. I'm going to say, Fiddler, protect me, and that's my healing word to myself.
Okay.
I am fucked up.
Okay.
Ooh, that's off 12 points. Back to me. That not of damage. Not of damage. No. And I think I'm still in melee with this guy. Stay right where I am.
Okay. Sigona, let's see. She does a quick assessment of everything. She sees you getting harassed. She sees all these surrounding Hiram. She considers for a moment and then raises the hammer in the air, and from the ceiling of the room, a lightning bolt crashes right here,
Oh,
and this soldier must make a dexterity saving throw. He fails with an 8, so he takes 3d10 lightning damage. Okay, so that's 9, 18, 24 lightning damage. And then you hear Sagona say, "Keep standing, big guy! Oh, you'll never hear the end of it," as she healing words Hiram. Hiram heals for 8. Nope. He doesn't get damaged for 8, he heals for 8. I hit the wrong button. Okay, that's Sagona's turn. She stays right where she is. This soldier darts up and around the horses. Can he get here? No, he's just out of movement. He's going to raise his crossbow. He doesn't like that Sagona keeps dropping lightning on his allies, so he's going to shoot at Sagona. That is a dirty 20 to hit, which will hit. Rolling damage. D8. 5 points of piercing damage to Sagona. Rolling concentration. She succeeds with an 18. He looses another arrow. He misses. That's his turn. Dissonant Whispers ends after that happens, yeah?
That is correct, yes.
He shakes his head, kind of like brushes off what just happened, and he darts back up. And he raises his hand, and 3 beams of flaming energy. The first one's coming to you, Tam, with a disadvantage, because...
no, it doesn't. Another spell.
Oh. Okay. You cancel the Scorching Ray.
Yeah, I think for Tam, the flavor for this is, he's going to lift his fiddle under his chin and play the first of, what was that song that he played at the beginning?
Seaworthy Maiden.
Seaworthy Maiden. He's going to play, like, the chorus, just the first lick of the chorus of that. And the magic gets tangled up. You can, like, kind of visibly see the kind of shimmer in the air tangled up in the swirl. I want also that swirl to be Magos blue, but vibrating like music. So it's kind of both of them at once.
Okay. As that happens, you see he scowls at this foiled spell. And he just raises his hand and he says, "Focus the bard!" That's what he said. That's his turn.
Shit.
You've proven problematic. Okay. This soldier, hearing the order, but finding himself surrounded, is going to disengage. He separates from that fight and runs here. He will bonus action heal himself. Okay. He heals for 4. That's his turn. Wash hears that order as well, but she finds herself pinning like a soldier with Hiram, and she just in common says, "Please go down quickly." And she's going to advantage. 24 certainly hits. Okay. With 8 points of bludgeoning damage, the swashbuckler's still up. And you hear Wash just say, "I said place!" And she swings again.
I said please.
That hits. With another 8 points of bludgeoning damage, the swashbuckler is knocked unconscious. Hold on. Where is it? And Wash says, "Thank you!" and then she's going to...
I love her. Adore.
She is going to run here. This soldier is going to make an attack of opportunity. Straight roll. 4. That's not going to hit. A watchful bonus action. Punch the one that's run up to you. Natural 20. Jesus Christ. That's a straight 20. It wasn't an advantage.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's a d6 plus 7 plus 6. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
God damn.
It was like a Superman punch as she lands next to you. Just like jumping in the air and landing with a blow to the head. And the soldier's... as his helmet is like dented inward from the key strike. This swashbuckler is out of the combat. Hiram's turn. Hiram, seeing his flank is now covered up by Wash, he just kind of shakes his head. And he's going to step over this unconscious person and flank with Skolna. Climbing over the wall, and makes an attack with advantage. To whoever is listening, Hiram says, I don't know why you would follow such orders that would just cause you to lose, but you all seem to be so eager for it. 6 plus 11, 13 points of slashing damage. And he swings again. That's a 19 on one die and a 6 on the other. That hits. Okay. 7 plus 5, 12, 14 points of slashing damage. Shield slam. That hits with the natural 17. Oh, I don't have to roll that. Okay, so 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 2 is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. He just gets up behind this guy and just starts beating the shit out of him. Skolna sees this happening. She's going to non-lethally put him out of his misery with a 12 plus, yes, that is. Sneak attack. 10, 13, 18. He is unconscious.
Do I have any sense? Do you get anything from Keen helping with the outside people?
Keen has not conveyed that anybody else is approaching.
Okay, got it.
So
You just let me know if 2 dudes were gonna come in.
yeah. This soldier is no longer in initiative because he's unconscious. This soldier, the one in front of you, he's going to climb over this half wall to flank.
Yep.
To make it a straight roll. Does a 17 hit you?
Cutting words. No. I need to save for counterspell, just in case.
So, yes.
17 does hit me.
Okay. You take slashing. You take 8 points of slashing damage. He swings again. Okay, a 15 doesn't hit.
15 doesn't hit. I've been very lucky.
That cloak of displacement has been keeping you... Oh, that's not at disadvantage anymore.
It's not
Because it
good.
hit you. It was worse. So 15 doesn't hit. Okay.
Okay.
It's your turn, Tam.
Okay. This is a very stupid thing to do, but it is. And he, instead of attacking you, he's going to
You're cutting out.
dance
Really
ability.
bad.
Okay. Oh no! Instead of attacking either of these teams around him, Pam is going to cast Enhance Ability to give himself advantage.
I can't hear you.
Oh no! I don't know what's happening.
You're lagging really badly. You sound robotic.
Oh no.
A moment. Okay. So what are you doing, Tim?
Tam is going to do a stupid thing that's a very Tam thing.
Yep.
And instead of attacking either of these guards that are on the side of him, he is going to cast Enhance Ability on himself to give himself advantage on charisma checks. And I think for Tam, that's going to manifest as like just a little sprinkle, like little music, kind of like flashes, a little just like, kind of in. I don't know if it's just in his ears or everybody's ears, and a little flash of blue over his eyes, and he looks directly at Tinwater, and he says, "I don't want to hurt you. I don't think you want to hurt me, and I think you don't want this Marina person to get hurt. My family got displaced too. I just don't want anyone else to get hurt. Please, let us help you."
Roll persuasion at advantage.
Natural 20 on advantage, because the first
Okay.
one was a 3. 31.
The 31. You see Tin Maker look at you, look at his allies that have fallen down, look at your allies, none of whom have gone down. In fact, you're the worst looking one, and you're still up.
Yeah.
Stand down. Drop your weapons. And it's clear he's talking to his allies. The other Aurelian soldiers turn and look at him, and then at you. It seems as though initiative is over.
Tam, just in case, isn't going to drop his concentration on this Enhance Ability spell, because the persuasiveness seems to be important.
Sagona also does not drop concentration on Call Lightning, as a chain of lightning connects her open hand to the head of her hammer. But for the moment, and it is tenuous, there is a ceasefire.
Tam is going to say, okay.
As I'm ending initiative for now, go ahead.
Yep. Tam's going to say, there are bigger things happening here than I think I know about, but probably maybe than you know about, too. I was hired by, I don't know if you know, Sergeant Elias. Elias, I just looked up his name and then immediately forgot. Edie, Sergeant Edie.
Torin.
He's
Yeah.
an Azamar Avian, yeah. He's incorruptible. He's an Azamar Avian. And there's a lot of stuff that I've been finding out about some kind of illegal shipments that are being disguised through this checkpoint. And all he wants to look into it further, because he didn't all the way believe me, all he wants to look into it further is just proof that these checkpoints are, that the shipments are being disguised. And then we're going to go to the Justicar to see if we can deal with it. The Justicar isn't really it's not the only people that we have on our side, and I can't really say a whole lot more about that. But this is big, and there are a lot of forces at work trying to help us with this, and you could be so helpful in this.
You have to understand, there's more at stake than just under orders. We have hammers on our nails, too.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to help you with that? This guy, this person that has you under his thumb?
It's not so easy. But if you can get assurances that me and Carlisle and Waller, that all of us will be protected, then I can give you a name.
Listen. I have just a little bit more juice left. I would only have 25 words. I mean, unless you can cast sending.
No.
I could send a message asking for immunity or assurances or something for all of you.
That would be enough.
Would you trust me with that?
I don't have a choice. I can't stop you. That much is clear. So I either have to trust you and be betrayed and die, or mistrust you and die.
Well, it would be a pretty elaborate trick of me to try to talk to you in the middle of a battle.
You're not the one I'm afraid of killing me.
I know. But if the city guard believes us, there's a lot of them, and they seem to really want to follow their sergeant. So it would be more numbers. It would be more allies. It's not just me.
Guarantee us the protections, and I'll give you a name.
Okay. Cam is gonna use his last spell slot to cast sending. It's not Edie? Why do I have Edie written down?
Sergeant Elias Torin goes by the nickname Sergeant Edie.
Okay, got it. Okay, let me real quick. 25 words. Elias, it's Tam, got ambushed at checkpoint. Guards, families, Tinwater, and guards' families being held hostage. They need assurances. They need assurances and protection. Protection for name. Let me see how many words it is. 1, 2. That's only 20 words. Amazing. In exchange for name, please advise. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Elias, it's Tam, got ambushed at checkpoint. Tinwater and guards' families being held hostage. They need assurances of protection in exchange for the name. Please advise.
You hear it's a long pause, and then you hear Elias's voice come back. That's good news. At least, as good as it can be. Heard word from the Mint. Checks out. You're right. They'll have guard protection. That's all he says.
He is promising you protection. He believes us now. His investigation was fruitful, and he believes us, and he will protect you.
Tinmaker looks at the other guards that are still up, but they look like shit. Nods. You See him hesitate as he considers. Finally, after a deep breath, Samantha Braddock.
SB. Samantha Braddock.
Samantha.
Samantha.
She runs the warehouses in town.
Okay.
I don't know if... I'm fairly certain at least a couple of the families are... And then he's cut off as you see an arrowhead appear through his neck.
Healing word. I have healer feet. I have healer feet.
I know you do. He slumps to his knees. Revealing itself, you see another guardsman dressed in the same sort of lightweight armor.
God damn.
Except her eyes are red. She turns and flees.
Can I heal her? Can I heal her? Can I do anything for this guy?
Hold on. As you try and healing word, nothing, the arrow is still protruding from his throat. You see blood is flowing freely. The healing magic does not seem to work.
I know I was gonna use my healer feat. I was gonna use my physicry, my use a healer. I'm gonna Zurich this. Shit.
I see. So you run up into melee. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
$18.
With an 18 on medicine check, you notice there is a pale, oily substance on the arrowhead. A toxin is preventing the wound from closing, from the blood from coagulating. It needs to be neutralized before he can be healed.
Skolna, you know poison. Can you dispel it? Sagona, can you dispel it?
Skona looks at you. I can't dispel poison. That's not how the spell works. I don't take protection from poison. And she...
Skolna, can you help? You know poison, right?
roll me a D100 as Skolna moves up.
Okay. Don't want to hurt. I'm trying so hard not to get this guy hurt. 12.
Skolna, it leans down and investigates the arrowhead. The other guardsmen are looking back and forth between each other as they're they're nervous and wary and watching what's happening. This one's unconscious. He's not doing anything. Skolna has... She takes her dagger and she breaks the head off the arrow, pulls it out of his neck, pulls the back of the arrow out of the back of his neck. And his eyes are wide open, looking straight at the ceiling, blood just coursing out of his throat. Skolna is investigating. She opens her pack and she pulls out her own poisoner's kit and begins comparing. She's working as quickly as she can. He is making death saving throws.
Can I enhance ability on her to help her go faster?
You could enhance ability her intelligence.
Can I give her a bardic?
Yes.
I can enhance ability her intelligence. Okay. I will give her bardic. I will give her bardic and I will enhance ability her intelligence.
As you do that and you give her a bardic, you hear Skolna say, "Blackthorn poison."
Can I do anything about that?
Water. Lots of it. He might drown.
Water. What? He might drown from the poison? Okay, I'm gonna empty my... I'm gonna give her my my canteen, get canteens from everybody else, try to...
As that's happening, Wash like walks up behind you, and she will begin using her racial feature to shape the flowing river.
Incredible.
Skona like directs the wound to see what's happening. She rolls wisdom efficiency here. Okay. As the water is flowing into Tin Maker's throat, the blood is diluting, as is the poison. But as such, he begins to try and cough and choke as all this water is being pushed into his body and then pulled outward. It is a rough thing to watch, and his eyes close and they're watering, and it's clear he's in pain. He needs to make a con save.
Can Sagona spare the dying or anything, or is that not something?
He's
we
not
can do
dead yet.
until
He cannot be stabilized right now.
Gotcha.
Okay. Tam, it's come down to one roll.
Okay.
I need you to roll me the last d20. If it is a... No, if it is a 10 or higher, he survives.
11.
Tin Maker coughs, a spout of water comes out of his throat, and as his head thumps back, he falls unconscious, but he is stable.
Amazing. I'm gonna heal her feet immediately.
As you do that, as you stabilize and save Tin Maker from an assassination attempt to stop him from talking, that is where we will call tonight's session.
Fantastic. Tin Maker gets 1d6 plus 4 for next time.
Noted. All right.
Oh, a whole 6. Tam is this is his first time using the healer feat. He gets 10 whole hit points back.
Okay. As we come to the end of the session, I hope you had a good time. To those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Penn, hi Emily, hi class, hi everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.